Coach, what was the Heisman experience like for you, and what do you thought of Sam, how he handled it?
It was a great experience. Anytime you're, one of your guys is, in that situation, it's really special. So we're all just excited for Sam, but I know the whole team too is excited for him because it's a reflection on them as well. And so I thought Sam was just incredible as always on how he handled the entire trip and how he handled himself once he won. He remains humble and realizes the people that have helped him and supported him and the players and in the quality of guys that he was in the competition with are great players as well. So, but I thought he did a great job.
Well, he's picking up another award today. He's getting named AP Player of the Year today. I mean, I kind of glad
I didn't realize that, but
they just put it out in the wire a few minutes ago.
Really? But it's great. I guess Coach Heupel was one, wasn't he? He and Jason White. But anyway, it's exciting. Again, he's a special guy, and just how he handles everything. I say it a lot. The guy's he's got experience beyond his years, and always is poised, and again, always is humble and respectful to and how he's received these awards.
Kind of glad that process is over now, and you can just focus on.
I know he is. Sam's one of those. He doesn't like a lot of attention, so I know he's glad to be back and getting into a routine with his teammates and focused on trying to win another game.
Coach, you guys recruit all over the country, but you must feel blessed to have a couple budding stars right in your backyard in Madu and Ryan Broyles.
Absolutely. Those guys we. Have always talked about what quality guys, players they are, and they've really showed it through this year. And we love it when local and Oklahoma guys are doing the things they are. So we do feel fortunate that they're here and playing like they are.
Bob, just talking about recruiting, can you kind of reflect on the whole saga of you have to boot your starting quarterback as far as Bomar? He's the #1 guy in the nation. You boot him. Bradford's in a three-way race. You take Bradford, and next thing you got a Heisman winner a couple of years ago.
We have reflected on that a little bit. That just the irony of it all, maybe, and you think back, and that was going to be the end of us, and everybody said, well, it won't be maybe this year with Paul Thompson, but it surely will be after that, and how wrong they were, So anyway, but again, you feel. Fortunate, blessed to have a quality guy like Sam and how he handles himself, how he's developed. And I think Coach Heupel deserves, a lot of credit along with Sam's hard work, the fundamentals. And you just watch him, how good he is in the pocket, his footwork, never throws the ball off balance, his release, everything. It's really, he's worked hard, but Coach Heupel's worked hard with him. And along with that, Kevin Wilson to, play calling and how we go to Sam and mix things up, and those guys have done a great job with him.
Was Coach Long the one who really pushed?
Yes, Chuck Long deserves credit too. In fact, we all, after we won the Big 12 championship and with Sam and the Heisman, we thank Chuck too because of he saw a lot in Sam that in our camps and working with him that he really liked and. Just all the things you see now, his release, just his footwork, his size, and Chuck's worked with a lot of guys and a lot of throwers and really liked him. And Sam wasn't the highest recruited guy, out there, but Chuck really liked him. Had me watch him. I liked what I had seen, and and I trusted Chuck. He said, "Hey, you live this, and you've worked with them in camp. Let's go with it." And I don't know if we ever knew we'd have the guy that we have, though. And, and Chuck, it's funny, early on in Sam's career, Sam's, again, a quiet guy and doesn't garner a lot of attention. And, some of our coaches were wondering if he's going to have what it took to be, to be that guy. And I said it. I said, he reminds me of Chuck Long because I played with Chuck. And Chuck was the same mannerisms and big guy that can throw the ball, and I remember the same thing. And then when Jay Norvell came here to be with us a year ago, Jay also played with Chuck, and his first thing he said within a day or two of watching Sam, he goes, he reminds me of Chuck Long. which everyone knows what a great thrower and quarterback Chuck was at Iowa. So us Iowa guys saw that, that the other guys didn't. So anyway, and I knew what a tough and good leader Chuck was, and what a successful, how the success he had, at Iowa. That you'd hope the same thing could happen for Sam, and it is.